if you were the type of person where you ate low fat, high carb in the past, start with a little bit of butter at the beginning and then gradually build up your butter intake or your fat intake in general until your body gets used to it and adjusts a little bit. Because if you consume too much too fast, what's going to happen is Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in and welcome back to another Sunday Q&A. Steven here with TV Fork, and the question I'm going to be answering for you guys today is, can you have too much butter on the carnivore diet? And this question comes from the World Carnivore Tribe group on Facebook, and a member had asked, is eating over a stick of butter a day a lot of butter? Now, before I actually get into this question, I want to do a little bit of a PSA. If you belong to any nutrition groups on Facebook and you are asking questions with regard to quantities, use standard units of measurement, because a stick is not a standard unit of measurement, and it's going to differ from country to country. In the US, where this person is from, a stick of butter is going to be 113 grams. In Canada, where I live, the two most common sizes that you're going to find sticks of butter are going to be 250 grams and a pound, or 454 grams. Same thing with cups. A cup is not going to be a standard unit of measurement because cups can vary from country to country. So that's one thing that I wanted to get off my chest right off the bat. And the other thing is, whenever you are asking questions with regard to nutrition, you want to be very specific with what exactly is your goal, because whether or not a stick of butter is going to be too much is going to be dependent on what exactly your goal is. Are you trying to look better, feel better, or perform better? Let's say it is your goal to look better. What exactly do you want to do? Do you want to lose weight or do you want to gain weight? Well, if you want to lose weight, that is your main objective. If you are consuming more than a stick of butter per day, are you still able to maintain a calorie deficit? Because at the end of the day, calories in versus calories out is all that matters when it comes to weight loss. There's absolutely no way around that. So if you are consuming more than a stick of butter and that is putting you over your total daily energy expenditure, then yes, it is too much butter because you're going over your TDEE and it is going to cause you to gain weight. However, if you consume more than a stick of butter and it is able to keep you below your total daily energy expenditure, then no, it is not too much, because you are able to be in a caloric deficit, which means you're going to lose weight. Likewise, if it is your main objective to gain weight, if you are able to consume a stick of butter and it is putting you below your total daily energy expenditure, then no, it is not too much. In fact, it is not enough, because you are not in a caloric surplus. And if you want to gain weight, you need to be in a caloric surplus. So if you are consuming more than a stick of butter and it is able to put you in a caloric surplus, then it is the perfect amount. Next, what if it's not your main objective to look better? What if it is your main objective to feel better? Well, if it is your main objective to feel better, how do you feel when you consume more than a stick of butter per day? If you are feeling nauseous or if you are getting loose stool or diarrhea, then it may be too much. However, if you end up consuming more than a stick of butter every single day and you have great energy, you don't have any GI distress, you don't have any issues with diarrhea, nausea, none of that stuff, then keep doing what you're doing because it's working for you. But you want to go based off of how exactly you are feeling. And then lastly, what if you don't really care about how you look or how you feel? Your main objective is that you just want to perform at your best. Well, in that situation, similar to feeling your best, you want to go based off of how you perform. When you consume more than a stick of butter per day, are you going to be performing at your best, or are you going to find that you're going to be very, very slow and sluggish? Some athletes are going to perform a lot better on a high protein diet. Some athletes are going to perform a lot better on a high fat diet. Which type of athlete are you? If you are the type of person where you do not perform very well on a high fat diet, then a stick of butter or more than a stick of butter may be too much for you. Whereas if you are the type of person where you end up performing really well on high fat and your body responds really well to high fat, then consuming more than a stick of butter per day might actually make you perform better. So keep a food log, see exactly how you feel. You could experiment with different ratios of protein to fat, and you could experiment with different quantities of butter. And with regard to everything that I just said, another thing that you want to note is that if you are brand new to the carnivore diet and you're not really used to consuming a lot of fat, then for a lot of people, there's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period and your body's going to have to get used to the higher fat content. So if you are the type of person where you ate a lot of carbs in the past and now you're trying to go for a higher fat content, you're going to want to ease into it. You don't want to just go straight off the bat right into consuming a ton of butter. No matter what people in the carnivore group say, your body is going to get used to it a little bit. So if you were the type of person where you ate low fat, high carb in the past, start with a little bit of butter at the beginning and then gradually build up your butter intake or your fat intake in general until your body gets used to it and adjusts a little bit. Because if you consume too much too fast, what's going to happen is you could develop things like nausea, you could end up getting loose stool, diarrhea, and also your energy levels can be affected. So ease into it. Don't just go all in right off the bat. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys have any other questions whatsoever, go ahead and drop your comments down in the comment section. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I would love to answer any questions you guys have. But that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button so I know to continue making these types of videos in the future. And if you're either new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, as I will be uploading new videos every single day. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow.